So for the purpose of
and that's his
all right, we're live.
That's right.
hey,
Talking
You guys-
shit.
You guys chimed in at the right time.
August 29th, 2022. We're talking shit. We got lots of great topics today.
Before we
have
start,
got-
before we
Go
start,
ahead.
I just want to show you guys that my shorts are shorter this time. I'm just saying.
Oh God.
Mine are shorter.
You guys are having like the John Stockton off.
Hey, what about ask Steve about the shorts I wanted to wear to Comic-Con?
Oh no!
I kept them long for you. I know it was freaking you out.
Those were some short shorts.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny short. All right, let's see. Watch now. Cool. Get this going. All right, we got lots of great stuff going on today. We're going to be talking about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. We're talking about Sylvester Stallone's new installment, The Samaritan. We are going to be talking about episode 2 of House of Dragon. We're talking Comic Cave's Pick of the Week, Minor Threats. We are talking DC and their exciting inclusionary comics that borderline on racist.
I love it.
So get excited. Why don't we go ahead and start with DC?
We don't have our Latinx
No,
representative.
we don't have our Mexican though.
That's the whole point. If he wants to be heard, he can get his ass here on time. That's the way we're gonna do it now.
But Nate, he is on time. He's on Mexican time.
Yeah, he's on Mexican time.
So we should lower the bar for certain people then.
Always have.
Just a different culture.
Man, every week that bar gets lower and lower with you motherfuckers.
It's like we're on Limbo Live.
So can I just say about this DC cover situation? When I first saw the one, what's he carrying a bag of?
Tamale.
A bag of tamales. So when I first saw that, I thought that was like a parody, like somebody was setting up like a fake cover just to mock the whole woke situation. I had no idea that was legitimate. That blew my mind.
I remember doing the previews with Liz for it, and I saw that.
Yeah, like that.
And I saw that cover, and I was like, huh, that's different. Like, I didn't know what to do with that. So on my previews with Liz video on the side, I just put, mention these comics have they called it Mexican American heritage covers.
Hispanic heritage.
Hispanic heritage covers. That's what they called it. And so I just wrote down the ones that did it and I mentioned it. But I was like, when I saw that specific one, I was like, all right, that's different, I guess. Like, I guess they have tamales in outer space. I don't know. In plastic bags.
Space tamales. They're the best.
And then when I saw the original art for it, and then I saw how they changed, it wasn't just like one change. They like changed all of it. And they took the artist's name off the page too.
Let's see. Critics are saying DC Comics cover art created to commemorate Hispanic Heritage Month promotes racist stereotypes. This summer, the company revealed images of several variant or alternative covers for upcoming comics for Hispanic Heritage Month, which is celebrated September 15th through October 15th. However, fans, that's where they're going to get a continuous month. Huh? It starts late. I wonder why.
Can't wreck this shit, man. God damn it.
God, dude.
Oh, here's the one. I haven't seen the actual one with the tamales yet. Is that the one? Is the one that Steve sent the real one?
No, that was my friend.
Just go to Previews World. and or go to DC's website or something, and it has it there. It has it listed under previews world.
Right there.
That's the
Look,
one.
hit that one right
The
there.
one.
Oh, there it is. It's right there. It's right there. Keep scrolling, Nate.
Right there.
Is that for real?
That's the real
That's
one.
the
Yeah.
real one.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Right?
Why
Are
is
you
a bag like
serious?
that with them
It
falling
doesn't
out
look
like
real.
that?
They
It doesn't
changed
look real.
Everything, but I'm telling
That-
you, it's on
That
the
can't be
previews
real.
world. It's on their
It's
website.
real.
That's the cover.
So, I mean, at least he's in space. He's not in the fucking.
Yeah, but if
Parking
you scroll
lot.
up,
He's not in the
You'll
parking
see
lot
the
of
original
That's where you
Super.
get the best ones from is in the parking lot. What kind of
You should let-
Yeah.
this is. It's not fake because he's holding the tamales. It's fake because he's not in the parking lot of El Super. Let's
yeah?
be real.
And who packs tamales like that where they're spilling out? What a waste!
And the bag actually
It's
says
gra-
tamales on
gravity.
it. The bag's
That's what-
supposed
that
to.
wouldn't be a-
Every
that
bag is
wouldn't-
supposed to be different,
That wasn't gonna be a tamale bag. That'd be a fucking Walmart bag or a Target bag.
right? And then the first one would be a Target bag, and then the second one would be a Walmart bag. The third one
Yeah,
would
but
be
they have to put
Sports
tamales
Chalet.
on there because we don't know what us white people don't know what they are.
Oh,
Why didn't
that's
you
So they
just
brilliant.
have
use
to
the
put
fucking ring to
bag on
hold
there.
them all in?
Yeah, but if you look at the picture, you could see on the bag it says Mexico in case you didn't know where they came from.
I sent you another picture, Nathan.
All right, let me see.
Oh shit, man.
Like in that
Jesus,
same article, though,
what
Nate,
the
if you go
fuck?
up higher in that same article, it shows the original homage that he was doing it for. And you can see the original cover that he intended and that he turned in. And when you see it versus what's actually on the cover, you're like, ah.
So they
Okay.
turn. So they turn this one. into
Yeah,
this-
the one on the left that he turned in, and they turned it into the one on the right. But then when you look at the homage that he did for it, because it's based off of a famous painting.
Well, yeah, it's a mural. It's a Mexican
gonna
mural.
say,
It's
That's
a
right, it's a
Mexican
mural.
It's a Mexican
The one on
mural.
the left is classy.
Yeah,
I
it
would
is.
Yeah,
I would
like I
I would have
said,
rather
went
gone with the
straight.
one on the left than the
You
one
went
on the
straight.
right, dude.
You went
No.
straight.
But the
you
thing
know.
is, the one on the left, it was copied by it was done supposedly copy as a Mexican mural, but they got hit by legal that they didn't have permission to do that.
Oh.
So at the last second, they were gonna make that left cover. It was supposed to come out, but when they got hit by legal, they're like,
So
no,
they
you
had
can't-
EVS do another one for him.
No, they're like, no, you can't. They're like, you can't do it. You gotta change it. So, I'm guessing the editor had a Mexican daughter-in-law, and he remembered that they loved tamales, so they just got a tamale bag, you know.
Only
And so,
Instead of having that flag on the left hand, he should have had a fucking bag of oranges as well.
well,
Oh
they-
no!
what they
Instead
did,
of, yeah, or like a flower
No.
bouquet.
they,
No,
they
have
did
it-
something
have
on
it-
the right-hand side.
a
They
bunch
shoulda
of
had-
rosaries hanging from his arm like he's on the corner.
No, they should have put a sombrero.
Rosary.
We need a
Fucking
sombrero, a poncho.
Yeah, big old
And a
sombrero.
Yeah, Poncho with the Green
A
Lantern
poncho
symbol on
Yeah.
it.
with the Green Lantern symbol.
and then with the Green Lantern tequila.
Fucking
on the
give him
front,
a big
left
old,
side.
give him a big old Isaac stash. Fucking heck.
That's rough, dude. I mean, it just makes me think of a million inappropriate other jokes. Like, are they gonna have Asian Heritage Month with like a rice hat and shit? Viet Cong. They're gonna gong a gong every time they sell a
Asian
comic book or
American
some shit.
Pacific Islander month has passed. We won't see that until next year.
Oh.
Get your gongs ready, everyone.
But the funny part is, I thought I was laughing my ass off when I saw this cover, right? And you know, I'm looking at it, I'm like,
I took a quick glance at it and I didn't even notice those fucking tamales.
yeah. When I noticed the tamales, I was cracking my ass off. I'm like, I want this cover just because it's funny as hell. And I'm not, and I'm not even insulted by it. I mean, I love tamales, and so I was like, I'll buy this cover. But then I'm seeing other artists, Mexican artists are like, oh, they're laughing too. But when I'm reading their comments, Oh, but everybody that's not Mexican was insulted, and I was like, come. So I had to write.
They're gonna
Literally,
be
I wrote down.
insulted for you.
Yeah. So I was looking
Because
at
they think us Mexicans can't figure out how to be insulted. That's why,
Yeah,
dude.
and
So,
so-
you know.
I put on. I was looking at Alec Garza's Facebook, and there was everybody was just so mad, and I just put, look at these non-Mexicans all super mad. Calm down.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys this, dude. I am the worst Mexican because I hate tamales. So I hate tamales.
Take this one.
Can we ban this guy already?
Hey, there he is.
Tamales are great. A little green sauce and sour cream and a bolillo.
Oh God,
Well, okay.
I had to
So
swallow it.
I'm looking at all of the covers. All of the covers have them eating food. You got Blue Beetle eating. Maybe those are tacos.
And where are you looking at, Liz?
You have Bane
Where are you looking
eating
at it?
flan.
Where are you looking at it?
Oh, it's what site is this?
Or send the link to the.
Oh, okay, I'll send you the link.
Do they have one eating queso fondue? That's what they should have.
I've seen it.
Somebody's got to have a bowl of abandegas.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's some good stuff right there.
Yes.
So yeah. So
What about
they talk about the
quesadillas?
controversy
Do they
a
have
little bit.
quesadillas?
And they've got Bane eating flan.
Bane.
You got
He-
Hot
hey, he has a
Girl.
sweet
We having tres leches.
You got Hot Girl eating. I'm gonna butcher all this because I'm totally gringo. Plantinos, Fritos. I don't know, but she's actually at a restaurant, like picking up food. You've got the question with a bunch of fruit. No, wait, what is she eating? I don't know what the hell she's eating. Jessica Cruz is eating something after she beat the crap out of Sinestro.
What?
Yeah, there's only a handful of them, but all of them are eating something, and they're like, "Well, fuck it, we'll just go ahead and put put him eating space tamales."
Oh yeah, Blue Beetle is eating tacos.
Is it tacos? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I'm looking at Bane, and yeah, he's
He's
he
eating
has
flan, right?
he has a sweet tooth, and he's eating flan. And then basically what Hawker is, she's eating plantains basically.
Okay, that's what I thought that was supposed to
Yeah.
be, but I wasn't gonna make a snap judgment call on that.
And then the
Blue Beetle's
question,
eating tacos.
the question
He's
is,
just eating a bunch of fruit.
well, no, the question is like, actually, she's out there in the fields picking up the fruit because that's yeah, she's out there picking up fruit in the corner.
This is like some Jill Biden shit.
And then Jessica Cruz, I don't know, is she eating like another taco or something?
I'm
Eating
looking
a
at
quesadilla?
what is that?
I don't
That's
know
a
what that is.
burrito, like a wrap.
Burrito? Okay.
Is that a burrito? That's
Well,
a
it's a
horrible.
poorly made one. I can
It's like
make
in
them better.
Demolition Man. He's having a rat burger.
That's
Oh.
There you go. So I think those are all of them. I don't know that there's any more. Let me see if they
You
put
see any
all of them
cows
up.
down here?
What's up with all those fucking ads on
that was a horrible burrito.
What the hell?
Yeah, was there enough?
Issues
ads on
getting
that?
hard.
So I don't know. Those of us who representing Latino Heritage Month in real life, what do you guys think?
I think it's like a pretty good thing, you know, to bring representation into the comic community, you know. I feel accepted.
I only believe in one comic book Mexican hero, and his name is Machete. Okay, Machete is the only hero that we can truly believe in. He bangs the chicks, but he doesn't text. You know, that's the kind of guy he is.
What the?
Lego, you look like you're holding words back. Lego, what are your thoughts on that?
He's thinking, why the fuck did I sign in today? And to build a brand, not a
I got
fucking
work to
dance
do,
song.
man. I'm just along for the ride on this one.
Lego's supposed to be feeling sorry
Yeah.
for us and
Yeah,
stuff, you know.
he's the one that's he's mad for us, you know.
He did tell me it was whack. So I just
You
couldn't
know,
stop
here's
laughing.
the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. What if during February they had like superheroes in blackface eating watermelon or something like?
Jesus.
I don't.
shit.
Man, that would just be. Well, I mean, what's the difference? Like,
No, I mean they don't have to go that far. If they would have had like just African American characters doing just
were all those characters Latinx?
well,
Yeah,
almost
Ollie.
all,
They never do anything so crass. I mean, it's not like they're gonna have the guy carry tamales in space or something.
well, Kyle Reiner is half Mexican.
He just finds out that he is.
He just
Yeah,
found
so
out.
that's
He
what
just
this
found out
stuff-
this
that's what
last
this-
issue. This
Yeah, that's why he
last
wants to eat
that's what
tamales
the
now.
issue
You know,
is.
23 and Me came through, and he's like, "Shit, I'm getting deported."
and just like and just like a typical Mexican dad, he hit it and quit it, and he left. So you know that's why he just found out he had a Mexican dad.
I forgot it's the wedding.
Oh man, it's the wedding.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
so Kyle is half Mexican now. So
I just feel offended that our real Latinx brother's not here to be the voice for the Latinx community. You know how Vargas is like the biggest Latinx fan there is out there. Any chance he gets, he spreads the word of Latinx and everything Chicano.
There's no patties out there. There's only Chicanos.
That's why us Vargases stick together, doc. You know, our
Like
Vargas.
that big Funko bag behind you.
That's right. In that bag right there. Aquí. We got the good stuff. Right? We got that Funko and the Proto. We got the dog.
And the Chihuahua in the back.
Hey, that's a beagle, dog. They
that's
told
a
me it
Taco
was a
Bell.
beagle.
That's a Taco Bell Chihuahua right there.
Don't talk shit on Rocket, dog. Because that's my dog.
Since DC is owned by Warner Brothers, shouldn't they have been using Speedy Gonzalez and his cousin?
Oh,
They should have. Slowpoke Rodriguez. Doesn't Slowpoke Rodriguez have a gun? Where's my Slowpoke?
oh shit. It hurts.
Just about. He activating Fuzzy's lung cancer.
Holy shit.
Got my Slowpoke Rodriguez right here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, they go charge it.
Good.
Yeah, put him on my head.
Go charge it.
So make sure that all those Latinx comics are in Jose's box this month, Lego. He wants 2 of each.
At least.
At least, yeah. He wants every variant.
The very
All right. Moving along.
Which one for this?
What's up, Lego? Oh, he wants 2 of those. Dos de los
Oh, no.
tamales
We're good.
especiales.
I'm on my connection right now, so everything's coming in a little slow.
He's using the Latino community internet too for the therapy.
Exactly.
Oh, all right. So adjacent. is DC still going full bore into the woke stuff? I know that there's a bunch of companies that really went in on it for the last 2 years, and there's a bunch of companies that are like really just taking a real about face on that. I know that it's been just a few weeks ago we were talking about Netflix. I was saying Netflix like Pepsi and Pizza. It's Netflix, Holmes. Netflix and Pepsi. No, Netflix has taken an about face on their woke stuff. They're still going to be having different creators doing different stuff, but they just kind of basically said if you're going to try to be an activist at work here, then you can just go get a job somewhere else. And I know that there's lots of turmoil right now at HBO Max and Discovery, and they're letting a bunch of they just basically have taken a hard look at what they're doing that makes money and what they're doing that doesn't make money, and dumping the stuff that doesn't. And it just so happens that certain projects aren't paying the rent. So hola, Jose.
Just when the
vato we were looking for. All right.
Hey, he's in outer space. He was the one who stole the cloud.
Jose, bring me some tamales back from space, Holmes.
I want to try that space tamale. Maybe that one I like.
You don't like tamales?
Fuck no. They're terrible, dog.
That's how you know. That's how you know Nick has horrible taste.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
You're my friend, so I must have very bad taste, man.
Unreal.
I love you, Steve. I love you like I love a tamale.
And also, like, bullshit aside, was that cover real? Because I want 10 of them.
He ordered more than we thought. He got more.
If that tamale cover does come out, I do want like 2 or 3 of them because that's awesome.
That shit's fucking awesome.
That's the real cover.
I can't
wait. I don't know if you guys know this. But street vendors are heroes, my guys. All right. You want authentic food anywhere you go in the world. Street vendors are gonna give you that authentic ass food. You go to fucking LA, where does everybody tell you to go? LA hot dogs. You go to Santa Ana, you go to the fucking Hector's, so you can look at BBLs.
What's a BBL? What's a BBL, man?
I'm afraid to ask.
I'll take you to Hector's, you'll see. I'd rather show you, my friend.
Big Booty Latinx.
You gotta stop with that.
Is it Big Beans Lovers?
It's Big Beaner Lover.
Big burrito lover.
Big burrito. Man, you guys are missing out on the Mexican food pyramid, dude. The essentials are vitamin T, tamales, tacos, tortas, tortillas, tamales.
Tetas.
Tetas. That's some good food right there.
I like tetas.
I just want to get some tacos earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of hard though when people ask me to describe. So what's a burrito? Well, it's a tortilla with some meat, beans, rice, cheese in the middle. Okay, cool. What's a taco? Well, that's a tortilla with some meat, possibly some beans, maybe some rice on the side. Cool. So what's a tostada? Well, that one's got some tortillas, some meat, some beans on the top.
What's a sope?
That's a sort of that's made with the same masa as a tortilla, and that one has some beans, some meat, some cheese. No, but for real, what did I miss? What the fuck was that controversy? Like, was it really a real cover? Was it Photoshopped? What's?
Yeah, I'll bring them back one more time for you.
Well, I want it.
It's on Previews World. You go on DC's website. It's there. That's the real cover.
Well, I
And
want
I
it.
remember looking at that and going, maybe no, it doesn't say not real, or it doesn't say that it's, a fake cover or whatever.
He wants it.
But I
But
want
yeah,
it.
that's the real cover.
Yeah, I want it. I want it too.
There, you see him holding a bag of tamales in space.
That's fucking badass.
I was saying that he needs the bag of tamales.
Not only,
He's got the
only-
shits in space too. Look
Hold on,
between his
hold on.
legs.
Instead of holding that flagpole, he should have had a bag of oranges, rosaries all up and down his arm like he was in space. selling.
Nah, he
No,
needed,
see,
he needed
this
a
is-
bag of cacahuates. That's what he
Kyle
needed, some
Rayner,
cacahuates.
I'm sorry, like Sanchez, this might upset Sanchez, but Kyle Rayner is going to go down as one of the most epic Green Lanterns. Not only did he unite all the rings, he was the first motherfucker to bring tamales to space, dog.
He brought world peace.
That man single-handedly ended violence against street vendors, if you ask me.
See, look, Trump was afraid of Mexicans going, crossing the border. We got one in space already.
There you go.
He is a
We're
legit big
breaking
alien.
the fucking
Sí
rules
se
here.
puede, guys. Sí se puede. I really hope they don't fucking pull that cover because I do want a couple. That's awesome.
Straight from the Latinx man himself, Jose.
Oh my
Barrios.
God. Do not identify me as that shit. I'm a Latino. I'm fucking Mexican, fool. I don't know.
Latino power, right? Latino power.
Latinx for life, or
For
I thought
life,
Jose had a
dog.
tattoo
For
saying Latinx
life.
with a big old X over his ass, like Latinx.
X marks the spot, amigo.
Wait, did Nate leave? Did
I
we
know
offend Nate?
do we offend Nate?
Oh shit!
We lost Nate.
Our
Are we-
fabulous leader has disappeared.
How the heck did he drop out of his own stream?
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on.
All right. So segue away from that now.
Good God, what are the comments? Is anybody watching this, or did we already?
Yeah, just my brother.
Okay.
He made a comment. He just said it all passed woke editors, so there's no controversy.
John better be taking down all these orders that we be calling out.
For
Right.
real.
You better be getting back onto the DC site and ordering
Yeah.
more copies.
Yeah,
As much as I hate variants and all that kind of stuff, I might want one of those covers.
Yeah, I want a 9.8 CBC on that motherfucker.
Just throw an acetate, brother. You get it.
Yeah.
Hey, my buddy.
That's what we
my
should
buddy's
do
got
for
that.
Race Comics. We should take the original piece and acetate it over.
Yeah, with the
this one.
oranges.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be so
A
dope.
bag of oranges and a bucket of flowers next to his leg.
I'll draw it, but I'm not gonna put my name on it.
No, and I want and the flag's got to say La Primera lives on the fucking.
Right. Si, senor.
Good shit. And instead of Green Lantern, it should be in Spanish. Lantern Verde.
That sounds dirty, dude. Let me get one of them Latin Bear days. See, that sounds bad.
And when it comes out, I'm gonna do a full-on review with like you guys said, oranges, a bag of tacos, a plate of tacos, maybe a carne asada plate next to it.
Bring
As I
Luna
flip
with
through.
you. Hold her. Little Luna in your hand while you're talking.
I'll just go to, much better. We'll just go to Home Depot, get some guy from there.
Oh, you did.
Hold of the comic, and we'll start reviewing it. You know what I'm saying?
We'll ask his opinion of it. Why? Hey, Doc, what do you think of this cover?
It'll be like South Park with I wrote my essay. Remember that episode? There was a man and a fish. And I wrote my essay and I was like, hey, what's up, essay? Thanks for writing it. I love South Park.
Okay, now you're taking it too far. I'm offended.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Havoc. I think I found your gummies, fool.
No,
got-
fuck that.
No, these ones are pretty good, dude. Good.
Wait, are we still live? Since
Yeah,
Nate
we're
kicked
still
himself
live.
out of here.
No, we're still live.
All right, don't let him back in. So anyway,
What was
So
next
what's
on
next?
the
You
agenda?
guys want to talk
What
about
was the
She-Hulk?
next thing we're supposed to talk
Well, we
about?
were
Let's
talking
just talk
about how
She-Hulk.
all the companies were getting rid of their woke
Wokeness.
staff.
well, it's kind of funny though, because you would think that I mean I can't speak for this whole I don't even know if that whole Latinx outrage is actually real or some bullshit. But I
It's
can't
Twitter
say-
real.
I don't know, dude. Whatever. I've never heard of anybody in a Latinx movement shit. So, and if
Well,
I
it's
did,
new
I'd probably
generation kids that like have a voice and aren't afraid to say stuff because they're not afraid that they'll be deported or anybody will be called.
But here's the crazy shit though. I've shown that cover to other Mexicans, and they're all like, "Dude, that's fucking awesome." And it's like it's real hard to offend us.
Well, yeah, when your
Jose,
parents are
yeah.
constantly talking shit to you,
Yeah, but it's because I
grow
can
with
fucking
thick
take it, and
skin.
then I dish it back, and then you
Yeah.
guys are crying by the time I'm done.
No, but Jose's right like that. Like I think that as Latinos and Hispanic people, we could take it easier. We
Yeah,
just we don't
we've taken
care.
it since we're kids. We're talking shit.
Yeah, we've been
to
talking shit to each
adults,
other since we're
Yeah.
kids.
and we haven't heard the last of it. We keep hearing the shit talking. We don't care. That's how you grow thick skin.
Yeah,
George
that's why
Lopez
we
was
don't get
right about
mad.
something. Yeah, when he said he's like, dude, you can't even accomplish anything in a Mexican household. He's like, oh, you graduated, fool? Oh, so what? I'll still kick your ass. It's like,
Badass because you have a job and I don't.
oh, you got a fucking
Yeah.
job? Oh, you got promoted? Oh, fuck you then. You're paying more rent. Fucking show off. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think that cover's fucking dope. It's real hard to offend us. So fuck it.
I agree. That's what I was saying earlier. Like when I was watching other artists commenting on about this in Facebook, it was everyone except Mexican people complaining about this cover. I'm like, us Mexicans we don't care. This shit's funny. We talk shit. We talk shit to each other worse than what you're showing right now. Like we can't even say stuff because we'll get fucking banned. So.
But also, even if you look at like a lot of the Chicano artists, like if you take a walk down Santa Ana when they have the Santa Ana art walk, you'll notice that they incorporate a lot of the fucking culture into pop culture shit.
They embrace it.
Like yeah, exactly. Like you'll have fucking images of like Vicente Fernandez and El Chapulín Colorado, like doing shit.
We love Speedy Gonzalez. We love Slowpoke Rodriguez.
I know, dude.
Fucking
That's
border
the-
sign
I
of
want to change
lady,
my name to
family
Slowpoke
running.
Rodriguez, dude. That's the thing. When everyone's got like an alternative personality. When I get really lit, I'm gonna start calling myself Slowpoke Rodriguez. Slowpoke, man. I'm just
Yeah, but
slow.
you have to have Isaac like do a whole bunch of little phrases for you. So when you walk around, you just have it on video or like on tape. And so when you need a spot, you just sound like him.
I love it, dude. That's fucking awesome.
And Nate, you made it back.
He's not
Did
even.
we offend you? Is that why you left?
He's not even connected right now. He's trying to figure out.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Oh, okay.
No audio.
So did anybody read those articles on the woke people getting chopped all over the place?
Anything?
Yeah,
There you go. I can hear you.
Fuck.
No, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Which articles, Josh?
The one
I
that
read
posted on the
that Nate
thing,
sent.
yeah.
I read the HBO Warner Brother one.
Yeah, I read that one too.
Like everybody that got fired essentially came from like what's the ESV or ESG? Like all the people that got fired basically came from those departments.
So that's what I was going to say is that, typically when you see stuff like this, I'm not really impressed because what they're trying to do is play, like Liz says, it's all about the money. You're trying to play to your, different markets and get people attracted. But when they say that they're firing people from those ESG departments, what that tells me is that that's legit. They're going right for the source of this crap. And so I'm wondering, like at Warner Brothers, if there's like a real big shakeup going on right now, culture-wise, and they're getting rid of this stuff big time.
Well, I'll never celebrate anybody getting fired, but I will applaud if they're actually trying to do something and steer away from going in that direction again.
Well, that dude from Warner Brothers, that dude's like just destroying everything. So
They said they only have enough money for Shazam to come out this year, and that it better
No
make
shit.
money. It better make
pushed
money.
back-
Or they're not gonna
They
have.
pushed back
any of
Aquaman
this-
too. Can
Yeah,
you guys
there's-
hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, cool.
that there's
I
no.
don't know what the
money
hell
to
happened. All
release
my fancy
any
shit
other
quit
movie.
working.
What happened, Isaac?
They have no money to release any movies or to promote
So-
any movies.
Are you talking about
So you guys,
Shazam or Black
you
Adam?
guys,
Except for Black Adam.
Black
about
Adam,
Black
that's what I
Adam?
mean.
again,
Black
again,
Adam- gonna
Shazam
make
and
the money,
Aquaman
dude.
got pushed back.
yeah,
Black
So-
Adam's gonna make the money.
And Aquaman got pushed back, but Black Adam is probably going to be the only movie we're going to see out of them this year.
so
But-
I felt that when I read the article, I'm
I
telling
won't
you,
see it,
fate put me down this rabbit hole of watching, learning about Masters of the Universe movie and Canon Films, right? So if you guys don't know this, Canon Films was the original group that was going to put out the first Spider-Man movie. They were going to put out the very first Spider-Man movie, but what happened was they got the rights to He-Man, and then they got the rights to, oh shit, I forgot. It was another movie. Another like
Pop.
no, it was
She-Male.
like no, it was but he Masters of the Universe, and so the budget they were going to use for Spider-Man, they split it in half, put half of it to Masters of the Universe, and then the other half towards this other movie. God damn, I can't remember the name.
Debbie does
But-
Dallas.
It was they both were epic failures. So because of that, because
Debbie
those
does
movies were epic failures, they had to get rid. They couldn't make Spider-Man. So Warner Brothers is in that same situation right now, where it's Shazam. Because again, a movie company, when they're making a movie, right? That's why I've never understood like the whole streaming thing, because you don't make money off that. Like you can't get ticket sales, you can't get DVD sales off of it. You know what I mean? Or Blu-rays or whatever the hell it is, streaming numbers. So how are you going to make money on a $50 million movie? You're not going to get your money back on that. Like that. So they have to make money on Shazam. So even if Shazam looks bad, I'm putting my money in because, ladies and gentlemen,
but
I
it's not.
need another
It's
one
not
of these.
Shazam though. It's Black
It's
Adam,
Black
right?
Adam.
No, yeah, but I think,
Adam.
but I thought Shazam was coming out first.
No, it got
No, it's
pushed
Black
back.
Adam.
But it got
Black
pushed back. Aquaman and Shazam got pushed back. We might not see them until mid
Yeah.
next year if we're lucky.
Shazam is gonna be in March of next year, and then Aquaman is in December
Ooh,
of next
Mark,
year.
there's a saying in the Hollywood community, okay? January to March is where you dump your shit. So I'm just saying that there. If you look back in time, that's when you take your terrible movies and you throw them there because you hope that then that's when things go good. So if they're putting it to March, that's not a good sign.
Right. Well, if you guys remember the controversy about Batgirl getting canceled or whatever, that one of the things that popped up in the articles that were talking about it is that it had extraordinarily bad test screenings, but it mentioned that both the second Shazam movie and Black Adam had equally poor test screenings.
Yeah, but The Rock's not going to not let that movie come out.
Yeah.
He has enough clout to push that movie through. Momoa, and Ezra Miller, they don't have enough clout to do shit. The Rock has enough clout to push a movie through, and he probably can carry it.
No, the Rock is
21st.
going to carry it. He's going to carry that whole movie. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's what's going to drive people will go see Dwayne like
That
all
looks
day.
Terrible.
Looks like Shazam's this year too, December 26th.
No, it's not. It got
October.
pushed.
Oh,
It got pushed
got
back.
pushed.
The
Yeah.
release
Yeah.
date got pushed back to like
That's
This
an old
is
that's an old
Beginning of
article.
August, dude. We're on September.
The end of August.
Yeah.
That's an old article.
I think they just announced it like last
Yeah,
week.
It was last week. It was like the middle of the week that they announced that they only have enough money for Black Adam, and if it doesn't succeed, the other two look like they'll be scrapped.
Damn, like that.
They're gonna
Well,
just
it'll
they're
be
gonna just
interesting to see
reboot
what
it.
Yeah.
happens with the Flash, though.
Well, they
So-
can't
They're not-
scrap the Flash. The
They
Flash is
can-
over $100 million.
Yeah,
and-
they just have this Flash and they're trying to figure out what the hell to do with it.
well,
Give-
well
They
now
just
Ezra
went on the
Miller $1
apology
million
bandwagon tour.
and a fucking camera crew and let him run wild in fucking Hawaii. Who gives a shit? Let him go off, dude. You want to sell some fucking tickets? That's how you do it, dude.
well they already showed this week. There was an
Cops?
article.
Cops is a fucking $1 million industry. That show is a fucking success. Let's see it with Ezra Miller. Let's see Perps.
All right, Black Adam, October 21st. Shazam, March 23rd,
Told you.
23. The Flash, which is they push it back like a whole year. Jeez.
Well, they're hoping
Yeah,
the guy
they
gets
didn't know
sober.
what to do with them. Were they
Well,
gonna release it? Were
they-
The
not gonna
Karate
release
Kid, Blue
it?
Beetle.
Is that the Cobra Kai kid?
Yeah.
You?
Cobra
Yeah.
Kai
I
Kid.
didn't know that. Damn, all the way to December.
Yeah, you can scrap that. Garbage.
2024.
You can scrap that garbage right there.
No way. That's the only movie that
I was
fucking
gonna
won
say that's
awards.
the one that made the money.
No. I want to see that Static Shock. I'll see that. Dude. I'm down
the
for
Static
that. dude.
Shock's fucking underrated. They need to use that shit.
Well,
Yeah.
they just gave the director from the Batman. They gave him a new contract, a 5-year contract or whatever it is. So
Matt Reeves.
yeah, they gave Matt Reeves a new contract to start doing the next Batman. They were just waiting for the contract to be signed. He signed it, and it's a go for the next Batman already.
Nate,
They
did
just-
you go back to that article? Did they scrap the Lego Batman movie?
It looked like it said that the Nightwing
Can't-
movie got scrapped.
Night. There was a Nightwing movie.
Lego Batman is probably one of their highest grossings, right?
Yeah,
And then you
he's-
take into account merchandise sales, like that would have been stupid. You don't cancel that movie.
Yeah, I need Lego Batman, dude. That was a good one.
Lego Batman in your life.
Yeah.
yeah. So they just announced that Matt Reeves, and they also announced this week that they had Ezra Miller at the WB right here in Hollywood. They had him down there meeting the top guys.
Looking
to
like
talk-
fucking Hannibal Lecter.
to talk about Flash. To talk about Flash and see what's going to happen.
I run fast. I go real fast. Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. He was there to have a big old meeting to find out what's going to happen with the Flash, because they can't get rid of that movie.
200 million in on it.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's not.
Or they're
easy.
probably fucking keeping a close eye on Ezra Miller. I'm pretty sure he's done something more fucked up, but the PR is like trying to control it.
Well, that's what I'm
Avoid
saying.
it from coming out.
Well, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
that's a good segue, right? 200 million for a heavy CGI movie. We just last week had a superhero movie premiere streaming on Amazon Prime, starring our favorite 77-year-old. How old is Stallone now?
120.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah, The Samaritan. How many of you guys got a chance to check that one out?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thoughts and Fuzzy
I did.
Did. It was good.
Sanchez. Did you get to see it, Isaac?
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of it?
Go one by one,
called
because
it.
then we're all going to be talking all over each other.
Who wants to go first?
He's a little woke.
Well,
You thought it was
it's
woke,
good-
Lego?
It's a good action movie. It's not woke, but it was a good action movie. Unfortunately, I knew the plot twists
Same.
right at the beginning.
Same.
Damn it, you all knew?
Same, dude.
I was halfway in the movie, and then I realized, and Isaac was like, "Dick, I already knew that's at the beginning of the movie." I'm like, "God damn it."
As soon as they broke into the police station and stuff, and then they showed the helmets, I looked over at Josh and I go, "Watch, this is what it is." And he's just like, "You think so?" And I was like, "Yeah." Sure enough.
I'm
He's
glad I wasn't the
76
only
old.
one.
He's 76
But
years
still, it
old.
didn't detract or take away. It's a typical, to me, it's just a typical 80s like action flick. You
It
know
was
what I
the
mean?
Karate Kid.
You go from like
He's
one
Mr. Miyagi.
He
one
was. He
thing
was
to the
Mr.
next.
Miyagi.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was a simple, basic plot that they just
Dog,
threw
kid,
everybody
you're
in
so
and they let it
annoying.
go.
Kid. Check it out. Look at you. Get
No.
up.
Tell me you guys noticed that I think he had another stroke in between that movie, because there was a couple scenes where he had half his face like leaning out. I was like, oh shit, that's longer than it's been before. Look at that. Look at that.
When he was eating the ice cream, I was like, Josh, did the ice cream like freeze his face? What just happened here?
I thought I saw it dribble out a little bit on the
I
head.
know. I'm like, what is going on?
No,
Dude,
but I
but
mean
no.
the effects were cool. You know, the kid on that reminded me of maybe he was the son of the same kid that was a horrible actor from Over the Top back in the day, that fucking arm wrestling movie. The kid
Was better
acting
than that
chops
kid.
wasn't.
Hey, when he was there was times when there was dialogue, I had it with subtitle and say inaudible.
That's true.
And I was like, oh my god, this kid can't.
So good.
No, dude, but tell me the whole movie. I was watching it and I'm going like, okay, Stallone better say something cool. Like he better give me an 8, because like you said, it's an 80s movie. So I'm like, he better give me a fucking line coming soon. And we had to wait till that last fucking minute. And they're just shotgunning one-liners at you. You know what I mean? He's just like, you going my way.
It's like that hallway, and I'm like waiting for it. Okay, we don't have stick around and all that crap that happens. I'm like, there's got to be something going on. And finally, I even grabbed Josh. Oh, is it? Yay! Finally, we got it. It's like,
And you know, Stallone was the one that made them do it. He's like, I gotta say something cool. You know, I gotta stick them with something and then pull the pin. You know.
It was fun. It was just, you know, fun. Didn't take itself too seriously, and you know what?
Well, it had enough cheese in there too. Like there was some parts were cheesy as fuck, but still it went with the movie though. It was a fun movie.
Yeah, that's the best way to sell it. Is it's a fun movie. Like it wasn't great. You don't need to go and buy 6 copies of this thing, you know. But fucking yeah, so if you're bored, sit down, watch it. You'll enjoy it. Like
I think this was the superhero movies was what last week's Jamie Foxx movie was for vampire movies.
I finally watched it this week, dude, and you guys were so right. That for Jamie Foxx carried him, but you got to admit, dude, what's his nuts? The good Franco.
The good Franco.
He had some good lines in there where I was like, oh, I like that. That was good.
He had a good character too. Like he was good. That movie's that's another one. That's just another fun movie that doesn't take it serious.
I was gonna say you gotta enjoy these movies that don't take it serious, and it's just a fun flick.
Yeah, it was a fun flick.
I enjoyed it. I was glad that you I was glad that you picked that and said for us to watch it, because I didn't even know that came out.
Yeah, I had caught it because I watched like every once in a while in the background when I'm doing like office work for my work, I'll play like they'll string a whole bunch of movie trailers together, and they're just random as hell, but I'll let them play and kind of halfway listen to them, and then it'll turn me on to like, oh, that looks cool. I try not to pay too much attention to it because I don't want it to be spoiled, but I do like the advertisement of it, if that makes sense. And that one came out a couple months ago, and then it popped back up, and I was like, oh shit, let me check this out. And then that's when I sent everybody the link to it. So I'm glad we were able to have a good time on that one.
Yeah, I give this one an 8 out of 10. It was a good movie.
You gave it a better number than I did. I'm giving it like a 7, maybe a 6.
I'm with Fuzzy. No, it's a soft 7 or a hard 6.
Yeah, like it's good. You know what I mean? Like it's a good one.
I gave it like an 8.
I gave it an 8 too.
But like what Nate was saying about going down the rabbit hole, dude, let me tell you, I fucking the Amazon thing, I didn't know half the shit they had. That's why I texted you guys earlier. I'm like, they made an I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show? What the fuck? I gotta watch this. And then as I go across, all of a sudden, Lorena
Hey, I go.
Lorena Bobbitt.
This fool needs a tripod too.
Yeah, don't send a tripod to Josh. Send it to Fuzzy.
No, dude, I'm getting nervous because I ended up watching a documentary about Lorena Bobbitt, and it just brought flashbacks of that horrible time in life, that horrible time. So
I'm gonna talk about going down the rabbit hole on Netflix. Is I started watching One True Crime Show, like the John Wayne Gacy tapes.
I hated that one.
Ted Bundy. And then it turned into the Night Stalker, and then it turned to something in Korea, and then something in Germany, and a couple.
Dude,
of
I seen that Korean
and now
one.
It was Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, the Aaron Hernandez one is wild. That shit was so crazy.
No, that Korean one's crazy, dude.
They gone asked if anyone's watching the Chosen TV show. It's on Amazon.
Nuh-uh.
No.
To find
What's that
line
one?
between the fine line between sinner and saint.
Oi?
Chosen. It's a TV show on Amazon.
That's one I got to check out. Keep them coming, audience. I like suggestions. I still haven't watched.
We do kind of got a lane we try to stick in for the show to talk about, but we're always looking for good entertainment for sure.
Talk about
all right.
Hernandez.
So now that we're, what's joking.
That? I go for it.
So, speaking of rabbit holes, I want to stick a hose down this rabbit hole and drown all the creatures inside of it. Anybody else having as good a time with She-Hulk as I am?
Dude, I love She-Hulk. It's so good.
I like it.
I like this episode better than the last one. I got to tell you that.
We're just watching the MCU die in front of our eyes. You know, that's what we're looking at.
I like this show. Like I said last week, I think this is one of my favorite ones. But I agree with you. The only thing I really dug about it, I think I was talking to you, Havoc, about it last week, about how they're not connecting. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of like half-ass connect it. But now, like just with this one, you're like right when it ended, you went, oh, okay.
Oh, so that's how he showed up in.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, that's how that happened. Okay. So now maybe we'll get to a little bit more into it. So I'm like, I'm with it. I'm rolling with it, hoping they get back to it, because that was the beauty of the movies. Was like you had. Like when you watch a soap opera, that's why people don't watch soap operas, all the time. They'll watch it and, in the middle of it, they go, what the hell's going on? And you have to explain, oh, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that. When you were watching the Marvel movies, they all connected. So it's like you had to watch Iron Man 2 to understand what's happening in this movie. Otherwise, you're going to be lost and shit, dude. Like that was the beauty of it. This one, it just seems like a bunch of, things that are happening. They're not connected in any way.
Plus, to me, like, this new phase of actors are not as good as the first phase of actors. And I mean, we get it's just it's okay if
TV actors now though. These are all TV actors we're getting now though.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not as good as the first round of actors that we've had on the first 10 years.
I think in the first 10 years they had good actors and they were trying to use the actors to sell the movies. Now I think they've got to the point to where they're going to use the movies to sell the actors. And I don't know if it's always working.
I think that is a good observation. I agree with that. But like, if they're going to go that route, then they need to go back to characters that everybody knows that you don't need to invest a lot of time in. Like I think
they're being audacious with it. They're just like, we're Marvel. Our shit don't stink. You get fucking, I don't even want to stir up whatever I say. I hate, somebody's going to like it and feel attacked, but there's just so much, there's such a cornucopia of good stuff and good stories. And it seems like they're leaving the older stuff that's more well written by, comic book legends behind for the sake of coming out with Kamala Khan and it's like
Well,
maybe
one of the
there's a
things
time for that. I just don't know if it's right now.
One of the things that I've noticed by and large about Phase 4 and everything that's come from it is that one of the signature things is that the central characters are not very sympathetic. You kind of hate them. You don't like them. You don't, Falcon became obnoxious. She-Hulk is like a preachy broad. Like all of these shows, like Wanda turns into a villain. All of the shows that they put out, the protagonists are these just unsympathetic, like a-hole characters. They're coattail riders for the original guys who had like real hero arcs. These people are completely lame.
I'm with you for 85% of that. I love me some Wanda.
Exactly.
Elizabeth Olsen, she can do no wrong to me.
Yeah, she was beautiful. She could break my neck any day.
If she was a
she's
president,
hot,
she'd be
but her
Abraham
show,
Lincoln.
her show was okay. It was not that great.
I loved her show.
She has a show?
It was great. It was
WandaVision.
great through episode 6, and then after that, it fell off the rails.
Yeah.
Are we talking Elizabeth Olsen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Oh boy.
There's the one. Old boy. Boy, that movie's garbage till that scene. Woo.
Woof, woof.
I felt myself go through puberty again when I saw that scene. I'll tell you that much, ladies and gentlemen.
I think for the new shows, the one that I like the most was Loki. That's the one I like the most.
Working on season 2 right now.
Yeah.
I hated Loki, dude. Like I was bored with that show so much, dude. I was like, this is boring. Except, like I told you, that one episode where the world's going to everything's going to be destroyed. But let's have some tea and talk about who you are, where you come from. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I would probably put my worst one as Moon Knight. It wasn't bad, but I didn't get enough superhero action. Like if you take all the scenes with Moon Knight and fighting, add them all together, you get like 10 minutes. Other than that, a bunch of fucking schizophrenic conversation. I wasn't really feeling it. But every one of those series had good points and weak points.
The only one that got it right, I think, was the Netflix shows. Like they got it. Like the Daredevil was awesome. You know what I mean? I love Jessica Jones.
Dude, I even liked Iron Fist. I even liked Iron Fist better than most of the MCU.
I don't know about that. You're going too crazy now.
The first season of Iron Fist was pretty bad, dude. Like even I couldn't get into that. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? But like the second season, they fixed it, and fucking I loved Luke Cage, dude. I was
Luke Cage, Luke Cage for the first 7 episodes before they killed that main dude.
Yeah, that dude was dope.
Oh, dude, he was awesome.
He was a great villain.
Yeah.
Aren't they trying to make him into Blade?
Yes. Once they killed him, the show went down.
Okay.
Yeah, once they gave the mantle to Shades or whatever.
Yeah, it was down because Cottonmouth, if that's the correct name of the villain.
Yeah, Cottonmouth.
Yeah, it's Cottonmouth.
He is a great freaking actor. Like he was awesome.
And I mean, even the Punisher, the fucking Punisher series, that was the best Punisher. That was the best Punisher movie series, whatever. Like it had fucking story in it. You know what I mean? He was badass as hell, dude. He walked that fine line just like the Punisher does. You know what I mean? Like you looked at
the exception of Iron Fist, though, they're holding on to all that stuff, all those actors and those properties. I think they're going to be.
I think
they're integrating them in some form.
They're recasting a few of the actors.
Only a few.
Jessica Jones is before the show. The Alias book was my favorite. Like my favorite, still is one of my favorite books. I love that book. But like when I saw her get cast, I was like, like what the fuck, dude. And then like when I saw it, I was like, okay, I could roll with it. You know what I mean? I still, think it's like the PG version of it and shit. Like, you read that book and you're like, God damn, man, this chick bangs a lot, dude.
I thought for me at the beginning, I thought Jessica Jones was gonna be the weakest one, but it was really good. It was a really good series, especially.
You hate women.
No, it was no. I thought this show was great, and then having Purple Man.
Dude, I was just gonna say that was one of the best villains. Purple Man,
one of the best villains ever.
Like The best scene, dude, is when he tells that girl, he's like, put a bullet in your head. And she's like trying to put the bullet in her mouth, dude, like, because she can't get it in and shit. And he's
So
like,
now we've got some context. What makes She-Hulk great?
Nothing.
no, look, the fun of it is there. That's the reason why I've always loved Marvel movies, because a lot of the times they'll joke around, they'll
We just
play
got
with
done talking
things.
about all those series that were good. They were great. We were great. And then this She-Hulk, it's like in a whole different vein. And she's talking to the camera like
Trying to
she's
be
fucking Deadpool.
Yeah,
And
but I mean, like,
She-Hulk was
did that
breaking the
before
fourth wall.
Deadpool
Before
did.
you can be a strong, powerful woman without shitting on Hulk, I think.
But as
Look.
far as that whole breaking the fourth wall, that was John Byrne, bro. That's what the point of all those covers were. Like when he covered her up in the newspaper and gave her the jump rope, he was
remember,
critiquing
that's Peter
the
David,
sexualization of a lot of the female characters.
That was
When
also
she did
Peter
the whole
David on that.
pregnancy thing, that was like that was all John Byrne shit, dude. He broke the fourth wall with She-Hulk before fucking Deadpool ever even thought of that.
But it was
Years
not just
before
it was
Deadpool.
Byrne and
Wait.
Peter David together.
Are you saying that Rob Liefeld stole something else from somebody?
It wasn't even Rob Liefeld, bro. It was
Wasn't even Rob
Joe
Liefeld that stole
Casey
it.
and fucking Ed McGuinness that created the fucking Deadpool that we know as we know now. He never broke the fourth wall with him. That was Joe Casey, and he's always said that John Byrne was a big influence on him. So he was real about it. So incorporating that, that was them. They did that shit, and people need to recognize that.
The reality is that demographic for She-Hulk is not you guys.
Yeah.
It's
I hate to break it
sad,
to you.
lonely cat women
No.
that are
No,
over 40
I
and
liked
above.
it. I'm liking it.
I fit all that except
I
for the
enjoy
club.
it.
I'm liking it.
I'm enjoying it too.
My thing is that look, they have to. It's all about making money. It's all about the corporations, and it's all about them making money. And they've realized that they can tap into the non-readership of comic books to make money. And nobody needs to know about who She-Hulk is or what's going on. They can put it out there, and women are going to dig it because now women. Okay, finally, we have ourselves a cool, relatable character, for the most part, a relatable character for women.
Black Widow wasn't relatable?
No, because she's a fucking assassin that was taken to the Red Room. And I can't relate to Black Widow. Are you kidding me? The only thing relatable to her is we both have red hair, and that's it.
But here's the thing, though,
I
Liz.
understand
They already
What
have
about
you.
Peggy? What about
They
Peggy?
already have you, Liz.
I look up to Peggy.
Comics, and comic movies already have you. Is it bringing women who don't like this stuff into it?
I see what
the movies and the TV shows are trying to, they're not trying to hit the core group anymore. They know that they've got the readership. They know they've got the followers because this is the group of people that watch them. These are the people that are going to read the comic books. We know that we've got them. We need to now expand into something different and get into a different market. And that's what they're doing.
I think that's a good thing to do, provided you don't alienate your core group in the process.
Well, for me, I already know that Miss Marvel, the TV show, is not for me, and I'm not gonna hate on it because I know it's not for me. It's for the younger girls to jump into.
And that's
Marvel.
I fucking
so
loved that story arc when it came out.
Huh?
I loved that story arc when it came out. Miss Marvel, G. Willow Wilson, when she first wrote it back in 2012, that shit was amazing. I remember I was telling everyone about it.
Good for you, but like I said,
but at the time that they released
that's basically for teenage girls. That whole series, and
but all of those characters were Liv, the Champions, the New Nova, Miles Morales, Kamala Khan. There's like a whole bunch of them that were released all within a few years of each other because they needed the next generation of kids. How many of us are going to, we got bored with, not bored, but, how long can you read Peter Parker in high school?
Forever.
He was in fucking high school for 40 years.
Hey,
gets a
first of
little
all,
old
no,
and
no
feet
one
down.
beats.
He's not that
So
smart,
they
man.
have
That's
to
why.
move them up. But
Like
to move
if-
them up, now you have a next generation of kids coming in.
If
and you're like,
everybody
okay,
above 30 quit buying comic books, would there be any stores?
that's a good question. I'm just trying to say what they were trying to do with these characters.
I mean,
no one
we
beat.
can talk about what they
Some of them
want to do
different,
all
but
we
you guys
want, but
weren't
whether or
the-
not it pays the bills, you know, we can ask DC that right now with their movie slate.
Well, no, but what they were doing with this though is that they were moving Peter Parker and those guys up a decade to kind of fit more and be relatable to more of that generation still.
Well, I
We
don't
were
mind. I don't mind
They were
having.
aging up with them, and so these kids down here don't know what it's like to be married with a couple of kids, and so they had to create a new base, and that new base is Miles and Kamala and all of these kids, the champions and new warriors and stuff like that. They needed to create another small base for these guys. So when they hit 30 and 40 years old, they too have a group of characters that they can move up with and be part of.
Well, I mean,
So-
I get all that, and I don't hate
fat.
It's all
the
marketing.
younger.
It's all
Yeah, I don't
marketing
hate the
and it's all
younger
selling, and
characters.
some are gonna admit, but where you look at it is everybody says, well, what are the sales for this? What are the sales for all these? And everybody wants to always shit on Ms. Marvel, but the reality is that she may not be coming in at the top 10 or the 25, but she's consistently coming in at 30. That means and it's based from month to month. That means that she's got a steady readership. That means she's got a following. She's not, and that base is going to continue on. That following, that steady readership is going to continue. It's not going to fluctuate depending upon covers and variants and first appearances and all this other bullshit, making her gay, making her straight, whatever the hell you want to throw out there. Her base readership is the same because she's consistent across the board in how she's selling. Whereas you look at John Kent, and the only reason why John Kent goes anywhere and ever tops in anything, it's because they give him his rainbow cape, or they bring out the fact that he's gay, or he's got a new boyfriend, or you know what I mean? And he only peaks in those spots because of that. He doesn't have
those 20,000
so that
subscribers
thing's going to disappear. His readership's going to disappear because nobody gives a shit. Because he's bouncing all over the charts, whereas somebody like Kamala is consistent where she's at.
So in 20 years, those 20,000 girls that buy Kamala, they're gonna be happy because it's steady, but I don't hate as long as they have a comic book for them, and hey, I'm happy. Go for it.
No,
keep it going. Keep it going.
What Nate was saying is right though. Like the key, I agree with you. What you're saying about bringing people in, because you got to always keep new people coming in. You always have to have new audience members. You know what I mean? Let it be in
We're
movies.
getting old.
Right, exactly. Like, I get it. But on the same token, you still got to put the regular stuff out, and experiment with stuff over here, with this and that.
I'm okay with people coming up. You just can't come up by stepping on us, because if you remove us, you're gone.
Well, so the thing is that I don't know that it's actually true that characters need to change and evolve over time. Part of the mystique of these characters is that they're kind of archetypes. People are okay with, with Superman being steadfast, for all the years, or Captain America, or even Iron Man. And look at something like James Bond. That character really functionally hasn't changed much. I mean, yeah, different actors portrayed a little different, but like James Bond is James Bond. We've always had it that way. The outrage is that in order to try and meet some mysterious target audience, they're thinking about changing up the character now. But it's never been necessary. These characters have staying power.
True.
I agree. I mean, but I've always said too, is that, if you want to make with all with the woke heroes and their blah, 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 everyone's saying that, that you have to, why can't this character be this, this race or that race or whatever? And I tell everyone, I go, why can't you just create your own character?
There you go.
You know, make your own character. I go, stop trying to piggyback on the back of something that's already existed. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense to me. That's
lazy writing.
It is. It's lazy creativity. Like the one thing that they taught us when we were taught when we were, you know, learning how to write was, you know, there is no real technically original story. What it is your version of it. You know what I mean? It's your version of it. So in your version,
in the words of the Scots, save the princess, kill the dragon.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that there's always, you know, it's man versus, you know, man, or, you know, man versus nature, or whatever, you know, whatever the
Man
heck
versus
it is.
machine.
Now it's save the non-binary person, slay the white man.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like and that's why certain things like when we talk about movies and stuff, I can look at a Fast and Furious movie and go, okay, I got what I wanted out of that movie. You know, 10 cars blew up. He said
That's
20
a great
lines.
series, right?
You know what I
That's
mean? Like,
series.
I'm a happy camper. I know the
You can
points.
totally grab the
hit.
steering wheel and swing on a rope with your car.
Yes, you can.
Yes, we saw it.
Can.
We saw it.
We saw
Okay, it happened. Okay, they can't.
You can
What do you
totally
think they got?
drive
What do you think
on
they
a
got
runway
computers that
for
can
like
make that
an hour and a
stuff,
half
dude?
in a straight line.
They don't know how to do that on computers yet, dude. We're not that fast in technology. Okay, they really drove the car and flew like that, like this, like that.
One building. That was the shit.
Okay.
Right there.
So there's ways to do it wrong and there's ways to do it right, okay? Segue into House of the Dragon episode 2.
Oh God.
When they're on that bridge, and they're drawing their swords and they're getting ready to have their dick fight. And Rhaenyra comes in on her dragon and just lokes up on her uncle and
That was
just ends
badass.
the whole thing. I was like,
That was
damn.
She is badass.
Tell me though, it didn't look like the scene from Jaws when the fucking clouds were kind of partly moving and
Yeah.
shit. I was like, all I was waiting for was I was like, oh shit, something's coming. And then when I saw her pop up, I went, oh
they
yeah.
should have done it like that. And then she comes out.
I'm literally gonna edit that cut together. Just we need to record you doing that, dude.
She is badass. That was awesome when she came out with the dragon.
Yeah, I was just like, oh shit. I don't know. When they were all, you know, running their mouths and pulling their swords out, and you can hear the dragon in the background, which was his dragon. It's like, oh shit, this isn't gonna be much of a fight.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a bunch of crispy dudes on this
Right.
bridge.
Charred, well done.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe some Dracarys surprise shish kebabs.
I hate to say this too, because I know where with my whole sandals and swords thing, and this language is killing me on this show, and I'm digging it. Don't get me wrong, because of the violence and I feel like I'm watching a foreign movie, so I kind of grasp what's going on, dude, and stuff. But I'm lost at who's who when they're naming people. They're like so and so is so and so, and they said his name 3 times. So I'm like, okay, so he has to tie into the first. You know, the first show somehow. I don't know who, but whatever. Let's keep going.
This is a prequel. It can't tie in.
Well, no, they do.
No, the last
It does
names.
tie.
He's
Yeah,
just
it does
talking about
tie.
the last names. That's why.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I know
the
the last-
families?
Yeah, the family line is what he's hearing.
Yeah, I'm like, I know that name.
What's wild is that when I was watching it, was like they're talking about the mom being dead, and it was like 6 months ago, and I was like, holy fuck, we're fast forwarding through this shit, dude. Like each episode's like.
Well, yeah, there's
Months
going to be
ago
another
now.
actress that comes out in the next few episodes that's going to take over for the one that's currently playing Rhaenyra.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because
she's supposed to be what, 8 years old in this sequence, and then I think in the next few episodes she goes older. There's another actress that's already there's someone else that's going to take over for her.
So yeah, next episode they're
Man,
like
this Game of Thrones, dude. I go into the emergency awesome rabbit hole. I watch all those fucking YouTube shows, show me maps and shit and ancestors and fucking stories. I'm fucking in deep on this shit. I'm like, it brings out. I pull out my nerd badge for this shit. It's fucking dope, dude.
It's been a good 2 episodes. It's been really good. And this is the first time Jose, I didn't hear that before. I didn't know they were gonna change the actress, and then that makes me kind of sad because I really like this.
Either.
They're gonna change. They're gonna
really
change
good.
the redheaded one too.
One that
Dagon is leaving the chat. He said, "You guys have a good night." He's gonna
you
Good
too,
night,
brother.
brother.
All right, man. Deuces.
What is it that? But so, how would you guys feel if your homegirl married your pops just like that?
That was wild. I knew that was.
I knew it was
Well, that
coming
was our
too.
play.
I knew
The
it
hand was
coming.
setting that up.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
am curious as to, it took a while on the original show to see the level of deviousness and the backstabbing.
This shit's going straight balls to the wall.
They're
Yeah,
like,
I'm
no
like,
talking, just run. Give them dragons fighting. They want more. Give it to them.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I think
somebody's
a
gonna
lot of it
come and
has-
they're gonna be very endearing, and I'm like, oh, what a nice stab! Like fuck, they're gonna
Like
get you.
Ramses.
Well, I
Right.
think it's more. I think it's more upfront because remember during the time the world that Game of Thrones is set in, they're at war, so they have to be sneaky. They can't, carry their. They can't show everything. They can't show their hand.
This is set up where they just came out of like 100 years of peace.
That's why.
So-
So, like, what was that saying that says that the seeds of war are planted during the times of peace. So this is what they're doing. So right now, because they've been in peacetime, none of them have experienced war, so they're not being subtle or they're not being sneaky because they haven't had to be. Now because everything's peaceful, they can be out front. They can straight up say, your daughter's no good for this guy. My daughter's better for this guy. But when it's time for war, they have to actually, plan their moves and be sneaky with it.
Well, shit, look, you see fucking King Ezekiel's already trying to hook up with Daemon Targaryen.
Hey, damn, Jose, that was pretty like inspirational.
Hey, well,
like
King Ezekiel giving his daughter up, and what she like 7?
She was 11.
Well,
Dude,
12?
right?
I
11.
went, Jesus Christ!
He was walking with her and talking. I was like, that's a little lady. And then when I saw that's a little girl. And I kind of respect him for not going and taking her because that's some integrity not to be fucking doing that disgusting shit, dude.
And then
I thought it was a midget. I thought it was a midget.
King asked the little girl, what did your mom say? I was like, I don't have to bed you until I'm 14. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this is a crazy ass shit right here.
well, dude, isn't that his
What the
niece?
fuck is this? Is it the Bible or some shit? Come on.
And that's his niece
too.
No, it's not his niece. It's like
It is.
I thought it
It's
was-
a family
it's his
member.
no,
It's
it's
a
like
part of the
it's a
his
family
bloodline.
cousin's
member.
daughter, like second niece.
It's
Well, shit,
hillbilly
from what
shit,
I
dude.
understand,
It's hillbilly
Rhaenyra is
shit.
going to marry Daemon.
That's just some Alabama shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're
Or
all
some
going to have to
Tennessee
get mullet
shit, I
wigs
don't
to
know.
keep talking about this show.
Tennessee, fool.
Some Tennessee shit right there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Y'all say yippee or Yahoo?
Yahoo.
All right, cool.
Or yeehaw.
Or yay!
Y'all.
They're going hardcore
not
on this show.
biology, it's biology out here.
Y'all seen my cousin lately? She's looking
My
like a
Uncle
rose.
Daddy always said, why go
We were
down
just
the
talking
street when
about
you
that
can go
at
down
dinner,
the
I
hall?
think, last night, all the different weird stuff. Did you say it this way or this way? Is it this way or that or that way? We were making sure we were getting the lingo right.
You're using the toilet correctly because you're supposed to be facing the big bowl.
It's not Lebanon, it's Lebanon. We live in Lebanon.
No, you're supposed to use the top part. Call it a topper.
It's an upper decker.
So
That's
are
what
we
they're
all,
called.
are
Them
we all in
deckers
on
in the
this?
top.
Biology.
Are
I
we all
studied
in on
biology.
House of the
Dude,
Dragon? Is
I'm
Lego
loving
not in
that
on it?
show.
Is it just Lego?
What do you mean? I'm watching it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Do you like
Josh
it?
and I
yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
We haven't
seen it yet. We're gonna watch it this week, so we'll get caught up for next week.
I'm
We
enjoying.
finished watching Sandman, So we had to finish it because it was really good.
Do you guys really love Sandman?
Crickets.
Yeah, it's good. Even Josh liked it.
Very good.
What?
Very good.
Josh, you
No.
really liked it?
I like it, but I also have very little reference to the original material. Although the
He
more I
wasn't
dig
able to
into
be
it,
betrayed by the source material.
the more I dig into it, the more it's looking like they jacked it. So that's a dangerous game.
What's up, Al Green Machine?
What's up,
I
Al
like
Green
Sandman.
Machine?
I hope they do another season, but it looks like Netflix is dragging their feet on it, so I don't know if it'll be at Netflix or not. Because Neil Gaiman said, "Hey, look, if you don't nut up or shut up by this time," he goes, "I'll shop it to somebody else and get it done."
Well, he's
When you go
Gaiman
to
also
BBC America, watch.
no, but Gaiman also said on Twitter that he's telling everybody to go ahead and watch the show because they need more. Even though it's a success, they need more people watching it because they're afraid. Even though it's successful, it costs too much to make the show, and so they're putting so much money in it. So they're afraid that the second season they might not just go for it because it costs too much money. So they need everybody, he said, that to go ahead and start watching it and start talking about it because they need all the help they can get.
They won't send it to BBC because they only do 3 seasons there of any TV show. That's the max.
What do you mean? They do Doctor Who for like.
They change the actors, so it's different.
Yeah, so
Every
technically
3
it's
years,
another
they change
season.
the actors. It's part of the contract and part of their whatever at BBC.
It's the way to keep from paying star money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just like you guys were saying about the Flash guy, doing the Cops. That's why Cops is still such a show that's on all the time because it's dirt cheap, to make and shit. Like that's why reality TV shows are everywhere because they're dirt cheap to make. These superhero ones, you're like, these guys are spending fucking movie budgets on these things and they're not going to see any money out of it. So I'm telling you, we're going to see a lot less of those things. Like it worked during COVID because they had nowhere else to do it. But now, we could put stuff in the movie theater, which sucks too. Because some of those characters, like we said, the Punisher was great. It needed to be a show. It needed to be dragged out that long. You know what I mean? To get into it.
Think about it though, the comeback on the subscriptions, like somebody. I'm not trying to fuck with my technology because it keeps fucking me up my screen up right now. I don't got my setup's not working well today. But if somebody wants to Google how many Disney Plus subscribers there are, there's money being made, and
right?
It's a constant flow, and it's only going to keep on flowing constantly, provided that the content keeps flowing as well.
Right, but then you got to understand that there's only so many people in the world. So like Titanic, Top Gun this year is the highest grossing film. Do you think that's because fucking every person in the world saw it, or do you think it's because guys like me went and saw it 3 times? So I saw it 3 times in the theater, right? So they got 3 times the amount of money out of my pocket to go into theirs. That's the thinking. On a TV series, you're paying a 1-month subscription for 20 fucking things. So you're losing 19, things that you could have been making money on. That's where it doesn't make sense. That's my producer side.
Did anybody look and see how many subs?
Disney had 152 million subscribers.
Plus, yeah, but that doesn't even just count the subscriptions. You got to add the advertisement and stuff like that. So they're making money. They're not. If Disney was losing money, they would not be doing this.
There is no advertisements on Disney. Disney Plus doesn't have commercials. So there is no advertisement.
But they do advertise the content on separate. You'll see it on the side of the bus.
Right. No, but then that's them paying for it, or someone else buying like the money that you get from it. Like that's the model that they're keeping quiet. Like it doesn't make sense. I said that for Netflix from the beginning, is that how are you going to give like that? What's that one that came out with Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling or whatever the hell his name is? That one,
the Gray Man.
What
the Gray Man?
Gray Man. They gave to him like what, 200 million $200 million to make a fucking, and it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that. I'm glad they made it. I had fun, but where are you going to get that money back? It went to the theater and it didn't do good. So you made a little bit of money, but you just spent 200 million and you want to make another one? Like, yeah.
And I know that profit drives a lot of this, but you have to remember, going back to what we talked about earlier with the woke employees of these companies, like this ESG stuff guides a lot of their stuff. So they're in it for a lot of these projects. They're in it for the ideology and not for the buck. There's a higher priority for them, and they kind of make it up on the front end with these investment corporations, but it's not. It's why they make these products knowing that they're going to lose money on it.
Right. No, that's great. That is an awesome way of saying it. Exactly. It's like they're going into it knowing they're going to lose the money. But to me, I'm like, why would I make that? You know what I mean? What's the point, dude? Like, again, I want to make a movie or write a story or something like that to tell a story. But on the same note, I'd like to make money off of it. Like, you know, that way.
Well, it's Disney. They have millions, so they don't care. They're making money somewhere else.
So what they're going to end up doing though is they're jacking up the prices for their subscription.
They got billions. It has a G in the beginning.
It's like, do you want ads for it? No, then you have to buy this package to get ad free. So they're going to make the money on the ad free. Otherwise, you know what I mean? So like Netflix, they have like what does it say here? 220 million globally paid subscribers. But most of that was they ended their quarter well because Stranger Things 4 came out. So their quarter went up, their subscriptions went up because everybody started talking about it. But they're going to start cracking down, and they're going to start putting advertised supported video on demand tiers and things like that to incentivize people to pay more to get ad free, or, you know, if you still want to share that kind of thing, then they can. And then like Hulu, which is tied in with Disney Plus, even though, what did I say? Disney Plus had 152 million. Hulu only has 46.2 million. And they're combined with the subscription for Disney Plus. So even people don't watch Hulu as much. They're not signing in and subscribing to everything, even though they get it with their package deal with Disney Plus.
I borrow my friend's Hulu.
I was watching a video on this subject too. Is that like in the pre-pandemic days and really the pre-streaming days, you have to think about all of the sales that they would make, not just at the movie theaters, but also on like DVD and Blu-ray sales, and all that stuff is pretty much evaporated. So that's a huge set of revenue streams that are just completely gone, and you're replacing it with this tiny monthly fee for all of these projects you're working on. It's crazy. You know, in the past, if I wanted to, you know, watch Samaritan, and then I wanted to watch, you know, some other movie, you know, the Jamie Foxx movie, I forget what it's called. But I would have to eventually, you know, go out and buy those things and put it in my collection so that I could rewatch them. Now I pay a small fee and I can watch it whenever, and it's like I don't care, and it's just I don't see how it's sustainable in the long run for these guys.
I agree 110%.
Anything to back it up with, like Amazon, they can get away with it because they've got a whole other like support with their, you know, selling through the, you know, Amazon's, you know,
it's like
they sell everything. And Disney has the same thing. Disney can do it, and that's why Amazon has over 200 million subscribers to their Amazon Prime, and that's why Disney has 52 million. Yeah. Because they've got other avenue streams that'll help boost them up. Whereas stuff like Peacock and HBO Max, they haven't even hit like 50 million subscribers. Hulu, all those guys, because that's all they do. They don't have anything that's feeding them.
HBO Max, House of the Dragon, from what I understand, just broke every streaming record. The first episode did. It killed Stranger Things.
Well, it'll be interesting to see because
it collapsed the app too. The app was
the show came in after the last quarters, so they might see a spike. But the problem is with a lot of those ones is that people will watch it, they'll subscribe, for that 3 months. The show's out, and then they'll dump it.
Right.
That's, that was my brother and Delonda would do that all the time. They would sign up for it just for the 3 months and then dump it because there was nothing on that they really wanted to watch except for Game of Thrones. So and that's where a lot of these other guys are having problems where like the other ones, they also have a huge back catalog that they're utilizing, and HBO Max was kind of cool about that because you had all the kids programming, you had cartoons, you had a whole bunch of stuff that they could utilize, but they just dumped all of it. Disney has a huge backlog of cartoons and movies and Disney Channel up the wazoo from the 80s. I mean, you've got the catalog is endless with them, so there's always something fresh and new, even if they didn't do anything fresh and new.
Hey, Peacock's got the WWE network, so they'll always have my money.
There you go. The only reason why I would give Peacock money though is because I want to watch Star Trek.
Is that Peacock? That's not Paramount?
That's
maybe it's
Paramount Plus.
Right.
No, it's Paramount. Yeah,
Plus. They'll get
that
my
was
money
it.
for
At
that.
this point, I'm
I
watching
got
YouTube
Paramount
the
Plus
most.
just for Beavis and Butthead.
I want to go back and watch Beavis and Butthead again.
It's the greatest new shows.
I ordered it for the Beavis and Butthead old shows, and I watched it, I binged it, and then I just canceled the subscription. And
No,
now
they got a new
the
season.
new season's out in the movie, and I'm like, fuck, do I want to pay again for a while? I was like,
Look,
wait.
when you guys, Liz, when are you guys coming down?
We leave. Oh my God, we leave a week from
Hey, mom's on her way,
Wednesday,
so-
the 7th. We'll be in on the 10th of September, all the way through October.
Okay, so one of those days, let's plan at the shop. 2 hours. I'll bring it over. We'll plug it into the TV. We watch the Beavis and Butthead movie because I'm telling you guys, Josh, you're gonna love it, dude. It'll make you cry, dude. Like I've watched it like 10 times, dude. Like it's so good.
10 times.
Dude, literally,
I've been seeing the shorts of the old Beavis and how old they are now, and I'm like, oh my god, dude,
No,
so fucking dope.
the best one is when they give Butthead fucking Adderall or Ritalin or whatever. he becomes nice Butthead. He's like, Beavis, that's not nice. I want to know why you are doing this. This is not good. But the
Pick
movie,
a night and we'll do it.
I'm down. I'm so down, dude. Like we literally, Isaac, you guys wait till it, then we'll film that. We'll film you guys doing the reactions to it, dude. Because there's literally lines in there where you're gonna literally see me go like this. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? But did you guys read those articles I sent you about CBCS?
Yes.
We
Hundred
watched
missing books.
They lost
$300.
I
the book,
heard
right?
about that before your article came in, or before you sent that article. I read about that on, where did I see that? I got a notification from CBCS about it.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Like it's like the shit is going
360
down.
books of just one guy, and they sent him off to another They just sent him off out of their protected space to have some random outside grader grade them for them.
I think it was an employee there, but the employee, he was taking them home. He was doing homework. He was taking them home to get graded. My understanding is that he was an employee, but they sent it out of the warehouse, the basement they work out of, whatever, and sent it out to to another person to grade. And somewhere in between, they got lost or shuffled, and they're not sure. At this point, they're not sure where it's at, but it's been over a year since they've gone missing. And
That's
in
crazy.
That time,
I've always stuck up for them too.
and
I've
in
always
that
stuck
time,
up for
the
them. Always
CBCS changed over. They like the president or something. They like one guy went out and another guy came in, and that's when all of this happened too. So it took them a while to figure out where everything is. The problem is that now it's like, well, who's at fault, and where do they go, and what comics were missing, and are they ones that can be replaced? And You know what I mean? I mean, it's a good thing that the guy's books that got missing, I guess he's got meticulous records to know exactly what was sent in, but now he has to tell his customers, so here's
Yeah,
the
they
deal,
weren't
guys.
just his book. He's a shop guy, right?
Yeah, none
So
of these
people
were
trusted
his
him and he
books.
trusted them. There's like so many levels of trust.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it
total was
sucks because
so the total was 3,000, right?
No, 300.
360.
300. Oh, okay.
It's like 364 books or something, or 68 books.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
and 3,000, they're out of business. So like they would have just said, yeah, we're closing
Yeah,
shop.
fuck
We
it.
lost everyone's shit. Sorry.
But I mean, it's this. I think this is gonna have a bigger impact than just like, oh, so and so didn't get his books, or so and so. Between this and CGC's nonsense,
And-
whatever. It's starting. I think we're gonna start seeing, because there's a lot of financial institutions that have sunk money in, and investment firms that have sunk money into these companies because they're banks that have taken out loans as using this stuff as collateral. And what happens when when all of a sudden CGC books aren't worth anything necessarily because
their valuations are
their
scams.
valuations are paid for. You know what I mean? Like, are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point does that start to come into play? Like, you mean I can send you an extra $100 and you'll give me a 9.8 or a 9.9? I mean, how does that? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how some of this trickles out, or nobody gives a fuck. It's going to be one extreme or the other.
Well, aren't people still fighting for those stupid acetate covers?
Well, no, everyone's moved
Somebody
on
was
to
giving
the.
it away.
Yeah,
A lot of
they've
people
moved.
now, when they're selling them and giving the money to charity because they're like, I don't want to have anything. This is tainted money. But a lot of them are like, a lot of people that you see are selling them and then they're giving the proceeds to charity.
Yeah,
So
I'm
they're
actually. I got my hands on a couple. I'm gonna be donating the money to the Jose Vargas charitable brand.
The Latinx Foundation.
The Space Tamale Fund.
Some people's accounts got canceled, shut down. They got put on some people's eBay accounts. They got put on suspended. They got suspended because they were selling it. They cracked down on a lot of them, and then the people would relist it or whatever, and then they got cracked. And so some people's eBay accounts got suspended. So they're out
and you heard
90 days.
You heard about the people too that were getting like $10,000, $15,000 bids. They were coming from bogus accounts. So when the auction ended, the people would hit their monthly limit, so they couldn't list for a month. But the account that did it was putting it on a gift card with like no money on it. So obviously the charges got declined. So then the person can't sell anything until that issue is resolved. But of course, the other person on the other end is just trolling them, so they can't sell shit for at least a month.
Well, now everyone's.
When I found out about that, I was like, "That's brilliant."
Well, everyone's moved on.
You can go in and hit a button to raise your limits. It's not like they couldn't. They can't do that.
But they got.
There's clearly a button right there that says, "Want to increase your limits? Click here." Boop. And then you answer like one question, and then in like an hour, you get a response. We have seen that you've done da 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 da, so we are going to increase it, and then they'll increase your limit.
Yeah, but imagine though they're selling a book that they're not supposed to be selling. Do you really think eBay's gonna turn around and say,
Get 'em.
Well, that's a separate that was like a separate issue on its own. But yeah, there's something like 20 accounts that got suspended because they had them listed because people were reporting it. People were going in and reporting it as copyright infringement. And if you want to report anything to eBay that they actually take seriously, that's the one. That one and explicit content. Those are the two things that will ding you to get you suspended on eBay. Not putting like nudie books in like the regular comics area. Like if you do that, you have to put it under like the adult something or other. Because if you get dinged too many times, they'll just cancel you. It's crazy.
Well, now everyone's hating on everyone from the Canada Comic-Con too.
Pan Expo.
Yeah, like it's correct right now. Like with CGC, the acetates, the Canada, it's like a damn soap opera we're living in right now.
Influencers, the whatnot,
like
the fucking variants, the variants.
Dude,
they're going international with these. Those assholes have no limit.
Fan Expo.
Borders? We don't need no stinking borders.
Fan Expo.
Hey, I mean, that was my motto when I was 2, but I guess they can take it.
And what about what's going on with Whatnot over this?
What happened?
Something going on with Whatnot over this too, right?
Yeah.
So at Fan Expo, the influencers were getting all the books before everyone else was, and going on live and saying that
sold out.
It was sold out, and that but then people were like, "I'm standing in line right now as this guy saying it's sold out, and I just bought 3." So people are losing their shit right now.
Yeah, because Fan Expo and Whatnot are actually in bed with each other now too.
Yeah.
So that's why they have a
Well,
big
they're in it with
presence.
CGC because
And
CGC
CGC's
did
in on
that college, that stupid class, that grading class that they did, and all of the people that were there for that, they had to pay to go to that. Number one, but all of them are these like the Comic Tom guys. I'm throwing out a name, but like it was all of these ones that are like busted for it, or that are getting getting some flack for it. So now you
Guys
got
that make those
CBC.
people from Excelsior seem like fine, outstanding young citizens.
I wouldn't go that far. I think they're the guys from Excelsior are a little worse, a little bit.
But it'll be interesting to see because now you got Whatnot.
Well, you guys saw I did a show today, right? You guys saw I did a show today, and again, it was Pokemon cards. So I didn't think it was gonna be packed. 2 people. That literally, like, I was like, oh shit, did they just break Whatnot this weekend and I didn't know about it? Like, so I'm gonna find out tomorrow when I do the comic sale. So see what happens. If I walk in tomorrow to Raise with the look on my face like it's dead, we're all dead.
Well, we did one. What did we do it Saturday afternoon?
Yeah.
We lost 4 cents. We did a giveaway.
Fucking giveaways. Well, no, but I've come to the realization on Whatnot, right? Like, again, you guys have known since the beginning I've been a proprietor of Whatnot. Like, I've pushed it on with you guys and telling you guys to try it and stuff. But it's gotten to the point where I won't go on the weekend of a con because there's no point in it, dude. They've got the influencers eating up of the whole thing where we can't, if you don't have something from that show, which is fine, you know what I mean, but the playing field,
if you're not a part of the Whatnot crew that they're promoting, you're not going to get spotlighted.
Right, exactly. Like I this whole Whatnot community was always awesome to me because I'm like, look, dude, it's like this fell into 2 things I loved is, recording live things and comic books. You know what I mean? That's just why I try to make it as fun and silly as possible because it's better than just, putting stuff in front of the camera. You get, we all do that. You guys have your Tequila Tuesdays, you know what I mean? Liz and you guys are always, cracking jokes and stuff, having fun. Like that's what it's about. Like that was the beauty of it. And now these guys are going on there peddling the same 20 variants over and over again. Like I watched Jim Mint the other day pull out a Comic Tom variant, a Stray Dogs one. He had like a Paranormal Activity one or something like that. And he pulls it out and he goes, I'm putting this as a giveaway. So, so many people came in, did the giveaway. Oh, you guys missed out on that? Here's another one. But we'll put this at auction. And then the guy, went for $20. You guys missed that one? I got another one right here. Dude, like that's all he was doing. And I was like, what the fuck? They're just peddling the, like get something good. You know what I mean? Like
it's unreal.
Well,
It
but
is.
then you're also competing with like content or not content creator. You're also like artists and writers and like you've got Rob Liefeld on there doing it. That's getting promoted. That he's selling his exclusives. That he's.
Oh, Rob tapped into your camera and shut you off. Did you see that? You said his name and he said like that.
That son of a bitch.
But no,
you silly bastard.
But he's selling like original art and sketches and stuff. I think it's kind of
so he's selling all that stuff.
He's making like thousands of dollars per fucking show.
No, but if
David Boer, because Havoc's buying it all. But then you've got David Boer, who's he's got one follower in that place that's buying anything. It's always make havoc. That's what it says all the time. Make havoc has won the auction. Make havoc has
He's bidding against himself.
I got 2 accounts and I'm bidding on both of them.
Right. But I mean, you got him. You got Kirkham doing his thing. You've got David Boer doing his thing. You've got what I mean. You've got all of these writers and all of these that are doing their own stuff now. And it's like, okay, so these chuckleheads over here have occupied all of this time, and now these guys over here are doing it. It's no longer it's become it truly has become like a social media.
But I wanted to say this too, is that with that, I get it and I understand and I think and I want as weird as this is gonna sound, I want those guys to come on because they bring eyes to the platform. Yeah. You know what I mean? I get what they're saying, but they shouldn't be in the stream with guys like us. You know what I mean? Like just guys that aren't influencers, guys that aren't, you know what I mean? Like that are just trying to do a show to have fun. I enjoyed it because we were doing good because people were liking what they saw. You know what I mean? They were having fun. They were doing it. So that's why people kept coming back and having a good time. But now it's like, if you don't have the hottest book of the con or something like that, you're not going to get any views or, anyone's going to try to buy from you and stuff. So much so that I have to change my games that I play with people because otherwise, like you said, I'm negative $20 at the end of the day. And yeah, it's fun doing the show, but what the heck?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's made it very clear, don't come home broke if you're going to go sell.
So that's why you stayed the night at Isaac's the other night?
When the lights went out, I got scared. I said, I can't go home with negative dollars.
Isaac opened his piggy bank, said, here, take this.
Little did you know, though, I pulled out a
feast or famine. There was one point on eBay when I was selling the GI Joes, man, where I make like fucking $5,000 a week, and I just be like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And the Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Because people saw what I was doing. Next thing you know, they were copying like verbatim, like exactly what they were copying the same camera pictures of my listings, the words, the font. I had the words written in. It was like they had almost the same name of store as mine. They changed like instead of the I and GI Joe being caps, it was lowercase. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker cloned my shit and did it for 10% cheaper. Like this fucking came at me. Like, damn, man, it was wild.
Well, yeah, dude, I saw a good idea. I had to copy it.
It was rough times, man.
Hey, I'm not saying that
it didn't stop at that John Romita Jr. sketch, bro. I kept going.
Hey, Lego has the same lights we have at the store. Did you steal those?
He said you didn't want these. You didn't want these.
When he told me how he installed them, I was cracking up because I thought he was joking, but he really did stand on top of 3 chairs.
Keistered them in.
Shit was wild.
That's fine.
Isaac was holding me up, and like he got a little bit grabby with my butt, but they all got up. It's fine. It's all good.
I thought they were fucking joking, and then they did it in front of me because one of the lights was falling off. So he's like, "Oh, help me out like you did last time." Fucking Isaac's hand goes up Lego's ass, and he holds him up like a puppet. And I was like,
Hitting him and shit.
And unfortunately, we were using my camera to record, or else I would have recorded it because nobody was gonna believe this.
It looks good. It looks good, man. Why you
Well, I
tripping?
think was when I put the
It's
chocolate
worth it.
sauce on your phone to push play. Don't do that.
We
That
got
goes
some.
on
We
my
got some.
ear.
We got some comments about whatnot. Let's see. And now whatnot is going to be selling their own published comic books on their own channel.
Well,
Conflict of
Those will
interest.
be good.
Well, look,
Trust.
this was my other problem. I literally was thinking about writing, but I was like, what's the point, dude? I'm not going to write them a letter or whatever. But the idea was that, so when San Diego Comic-Con, remember Isaac, they hit us up and they said, hey, if you guys want to make an appointment to come sit down and talk with us, send us a message. So I did.
I did.
Yeah. Did you get a message back?
No.
Neither did I. I didn't get one. I got a message 2 weeks ago. Hey, you guys want to get exclusive on these variants that are going to be coming out, the Ninja Funk and all that stuff? Sure. How much? Well, which ones do you want? I said, well, give me my options. 2 weeks, I still haven't heard anything back. So, again, we're not.
That video you sent, that's very them.
Yeah.
They're very unprofessional. They don't follow through. They're not a company that I would really want to work with because they don't communicate. They'll just drop off on you like that. And I was just like, that's unreal. Like, how do you run a business like that?
I don't know. I'm like, again, I'm not trying to talk shit on them because Whatnot has given me a lot of stuff and, I've had fun on there. But
I'm not talking shit. I'm talking facts, though.
No, I agree. No, it's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want people to assume that that's what we're doing. Like, I'm not trying to, but yeah, with Whatnot Publishing, it's like, okay, now, we go get the books, and then, but we're gonna pay for them, and everyone else is gonna have them. So if we don't,
Yeah, I know that those other dudes aren't gonna pay for them. That's for
yeah.
sure. I'll let you know that right now. All those dudes that are
All those influencers.
Yeah, all those dudes that are on the
they're getting them
forefront
for
that are being sent to the conventions and flown and all that stuff and putting on hotels for free. They're not paying for it. I'm not gonna pay them for it.
But what made me laugh about that thing about the contract about those guys that were the the influencers or whatever, the brothers. And I'm laughing to myself because I'm like, fucking, didn't they just make a video when all this shit went down saying like, it's our money out of our pocket that we have to go do this? And this guy puts out a video about a contract. Like, yeah, they don't book it, pay. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
They told me to punch you.
That's a cross country punch right there, dude. That's a cross country punch.
Dope. But yeah, it's
Hey,
wild.
Lego,
Like,
I'm coming to you.
that's wild that when I
Sorry,
saw
my battery's running low. Did I hear Josh say he's coming on you?
That's what I heard. I want to watch. That's all I'm saying. I want to. I bet
bring
that's
that
absolutely
Tennessee
perfect.
sweet tea for you, boy.
I'm gonna be blitzkrieging up in you.
No, I'm worried too, Isaac. I don't know, dude. This is some scary stuff right now.
Like how you said, your last stream you only had 2 people. My last stream I only had 5, 4, 5, 4,
We
3,
only had
3,
4 or
3.
5, 2 in
And
ours.
it's just like, what the fuck, man? We used to have like 15 people in there, and it's like you go on and you see who's all on the top shows, and you're just like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, like everyone's good because again, and it has the fact of doing like most people that come on there, they'll go on and they go digging, they don't look through there. It's like the first thing that pops up. Oh, let's click this. They click that and go to that. And so what I was saying is like, give them their own category. I get it. You pay them, like give them that, but don't put them with us. You know what I mean? Like give us, like have a modern one, all that stuff, but then have a featured thing. Like, okay, these guys are featured. And then every once in a while, throw one of us in there just to help. Because again, any business, like I always say, if you create something, you know what I mean? Like, so if we became, whatnot, like Comic Tom, all those guys, they're YouTube famous, you know what I mean? So they're technically YouTubers, that's what got them big. Whatnot needs whatnotters. They don't need fucking, other people. So we are technically people going on there trying to have fun, do something different. And, they're just not even paying attention to it and stuff. I think it's because I got a mullet and I got a dirty mouth and I like wrestling, but that's just me.
It's so funny that they responded to your email by saying you want to buy some fucking exclusives. Hey, the ash can that they had at Comic-Con, you know how much they wanted for it? $500.
Yeah. The best one was when we first saw him at the table and they were like, "Oh, you guys are whatnot sellers?" And we're like, "Yeah." And we told him, like, "Oh yeah, I know your name." And the guy goes, "Okay, well, for you guys, instead of buying 2, you get to have 3." And we just looked at him like, "So we don't get a disc?" Like, because I kept trying to say, like, we're gonna sell it on whatnot, so you're gonna get paid again for this thing. Like, help us out, dude. We don't even need them free. I'm not even saying free. I'll pay the thing. I'll pay for it. Just give us a little, help with it.
I just think they're not looking for sustenance. They're just riding the wave of the next thing for however long it takes them until they screw over whoever they got to screw over in the meantime. And then they jump off and they jump onto the next thing at that time. It's
what a lot of startups. It's what a lot of startup companies do, right?
I remember Jason talking to me about when he was at Frank's and just getting into this business. He's like, "Man, you think that it'd be fun, comics and creators and all that stuff. He's just the most cutthroat fucking business that you'll ever be in your life."
Basically.
Well, because you're at the mercy of not only I don't want to say at the mercy, but the distributors doing their thing and getting your, and then the publishers with their nonsense, and you got to be this go-between. You're like the negotiator between all of this nonsense. It's not just like, "Hey guys, I like comic books. Let's open a comic book store. Yay!" It's not that. It's trying to find the market trends and paying attention to all of that stuff. It's not just.
Where were you, Liz, when I started trying to do this? Man, I needed this speech a long time ago, man. Now I got all my money tied up in shit.
They said, "It'll be fun," they said.
No!
No, it is fun.
That's
it's
not
fun,
what
but
I
it's
was
work.
told.
It's fun, but it's work. And, if I wouldn't have opened up a store, I wouldn't have worked for a store, I wouldn't have met any of you chuckleheads.
Oh, God.
I'm grateful for that.
Same.
Man.
That's how we
People
all
are
met
hard
each
work.
other. That's how we all met each other.
Yep. I mean, I get that. Like, I'm grateful for that too, but some bitch, dude. Some days, dude.
Right?
Yeah, the
fact that I like hanging out with you doesn't pay my electric bill.
I used to tell people that, like, the one I won't say his name, but one of the guys from the union hit me up and was telling me, he wanted to write a script, and he goes, "Would you help me?" And I said, "Yeah, dude." I was like, he goes, "Well, I want to pay you." And I said, I'm expensive, dude. And I told him what it was, and he's like, "Oh man." I'm like, "And that's a friend price too." Like, I was like, "I'm sorry," because you're creating something. There's contracts and shit. And he's like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Why don't you write it, and then I'll try to help you with it, and then we'll go from there," like, kind of thing. Because as much as I love you guys, dude, you wanted me to write you a movie, I'm going to hand you a contract and say, "Listen, buddy, I've been there before. I'll make it cheap. I promise." You know what I mean? But I don't want to get fucked over again. So yeah, I love you guys too, but we got to make money, dude. Got to make money so I can go to Korean barbecue with Havoc and shit.
Shit's expensive.
That shit is expensive.
He's an expensive. I know, and every time I see him, he comes over my house.
It's more expensive now. It was expensive 3 years ago, but since the apocalypse, man, Korean barbecue is no joke anymore, dude.
Yeah, no.
I had a nice spot in La Palma. It was like $9.99 with gogi and brisket and pork belly and all that good shit. And then now it's like $17.99. I was like, damn, I know And then they don't give you all of the little dishes of all the shit that they did before, all the kimchis and whatnot. You got to ask for it. Like, what's that red one with the seeds? I don't know the seeds. Ended up having to.
It is expensive now.
Yeah, no, that's why.
It was like $25-$30, wasn't it?
Now it's like for two people, it's like $70.
Yeah. That's why I used to stay. Havoc was over my house the other day, and he was like, "Let's go get." I was like, "Nah, fool, I'm broke. can't be doing no. Can't
But
do
not
no
just
Korean."
cost me $10.
All right, guys, it was a good time. 11 o'clock, 2 solid hours of talking shit. We got a lot of stuff in there, so keep your keep your text messages open. If we guys got anything as far as pop culture goes in the next week, share it with the group, and we'll be sure to talk some shit. I think we did a good job with the homework. What's up? What do you got?
Look at that.
Oh man,
Mike Tyson, baby.
I'm peanut butter and jealous on that one, dude.
You know
how many bullshit BAM boxes? I have a playlist. How many bullshit BAM boxes I bought with fake ass fucking comics? It was bullshit, dude.
Dude, that was why I was telling you. I was like, it's coming. And now I'm like, damn, if this is what I got for the Mike Tyson one, I want to see what the wrestling ones have in it, dude.
That Ric Flair one looks good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and just fucking buy it, because it says a full size belt signed by him and a boot. I was like, I'll keep the boot. I'll get rid of the belt.
There's no dude to boot it.
Yeah,
all right, guys. See you next
I
week.
wonder what's in it.
That was my fourth take. So you like that, didn't you? You like that? That's acting right there, dude. I am an actor.
There you go. You had me fooled.
Love, peace, chicken breeze.
Love, peace, and chicken grease, baby.
Later, guys.
Bye.